Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is official. We are not getting, and I repeat, not receiving any more booster box reprints. That's just what the YouTube space tells you. That's just what the Reddit posts tell you and the Discords. We don't know. We just don't know. As I watch my Pokemon YouTubers, like my average 4 to 6 hours of consuming Pokemon content, it really makes me believe that we're not going to see any of these booster box reprints. It's been over 8 months officially, and no big blow off top booster box print that we all thought was going to happen. Now, I do have my own thesis. I have my own ideas of why I think that this is. I believe that Pokemon is printing as much as they would in Sword and Shield or Sun and Moon as far as like the booster boxes, but they're just packaging it a little bit different this time. And that's in the forms of collection boxes, that's in a form of booster bundles, UPCs, SUPCs, all that good stuff. And regardless of how I feel, I understand it as well. I understand that it is a giant billboard for Pokemon. It's you go to Target or you go to a kid's birthday party, they see a big Venusaur collection box, and it just looks so awesome and epic, and it's a giant freaking advertisements. I understand. And those box, like, for me, it's just the waste management part. There's so much plastic and crap that comes in those boxes that kids just either rip or throw them away because they, at the end of the day, the majority just want the packs. So there's some difference of opinions there, but in today's video we're going to discuss booster bundles. We're going to discuss the UPCs, all that stuff. What are they doing now? What can they do in the future? And is this really the end of the reprints for sets like, or ETBs as well, like sets for Prismatic Evolutions and Destined Rivals? Even though it's less than 6 months old, I'm starting to be less of the MSRP gang and just moving and grooving, right? And understanding that markets change and I can flip bearable whenever I feel like it. And I did pick up some stuff, probably because there was a little bit of hype and FOMO going into my mind, but we're gonna talk about all that in today's video. This is gonna be a good one. All right, guys. So Destined Rivals booster bundle. We're starting here. This is why I believe these are the prices that they are. It's about around 50 bucks. I mean, they're selling right here. There's two selling for 50, 40. And they're selling for 50, right? This is, to me, when I did my quick research, this is why these are these prices, because people are so afraid. They're having hyper FOMO. We need to get any Destined Rivals booster packs because we're not getting reprints. This is the closest thing we're gonna get to booster boxes, and it could be the case. Like this era is so different, so weird. I can come here and say, oh, it's the same every single cycle. It's the same every single era. Pokemon always gets a little crazy, and then towards the back end, and then they decide to print and make us all look silly. Yeah, I would love that, but in the past 6-8 months, we haven't seen any of that. And these reprints are very small, and they've done literally nothing. Just because of, you guys should watch yesterday's video talking about how popular Pokemon is. Just Pokemon is too popular right now. Pokemon is at an all-time high at demand, and they just can't print enough. I get the silly comments, and they're just silly, right? And a lot of people they just don't know, but they're like, the obvious answer, Henry, is just to print to demand. Pokemon just needs to print to demand. Like, yeah, dude, you don't think, you literally think that they're leaving money on the table? Absolutely not. They are trying to milk this milk tank for everything they have. And I think their priority is Destined Rivals and its Prismatic Evolutions. I mean, that's why we see Walmart drops, we see Dick's Sporting Goods drops, there's all these random stuff, right? Like I covered in that video as well, the evolution like full set tin. It was like 14 tins for like $130, $33 on Costco. I'm like, why would anybody want that product? But it's because everything else is just so scarce. Like, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into prismatic ETBs, and it's probably going to be one of my biggest positions. Same thing with Destined Rivals booster box. I'm not paying $400 for a booster box. I'll tell you that much right now. But we get down to 300, I will accept my fate and I will double down and I will grab booster boxes at these prices. But I will not be paying $50+ for a booster bundle. That's 2x MSRP. I'm good. I am absolutely good. And then we have the Professor Junior Bird. So these got relisted, restocked, or whatever you want to call it, on the Pokemon Center this week, right? And it's just so funny that this is some of the products that's just laying around. I made a statement. This is from an old live from PokeRev and Cool Trainer Ryan, probably like a year or 2 years ago in the bear market. And they were saying that they know they have connections, and Pokemon has warehouses that there's a lot of this product that just sits there. There's like all these random products, and that's just ready to go, right? They have all these release dates, and I'm sure they track slow months to feed the sites. And I mean, that's what we got. We got those. For everyone that has said that we're not going to see any of this stuff at MSRP. I don't think we're going to see like the booster boxes back to MSRP, but I do think we're going to see a lot of this ancillary product back at MSRP, because we just saw the V-Star Universe, Glaceon V-Star box and Leafeon V-Star box get relisted on Pokemon Center. What, like less than a month, we saw Fusion Strike sleeve blisters. Like, anything is possible. But again, I am going to always hedge my bet, put a stop loss on my positions and in stock crypto trading terms, but it's just safe, right? I don't want to have to pay $800 to $1,000 for a Destined Rivals booster box if it doesn't get reprinted next year, right? I just don't want to do that. I'd much rather just pay $300, eat it, have it for my collection, and call it a freaking day. Next, we have the 151 premium collection, right? So these are some of the culprits. These are the culprits of why we can't get booster box reprints. And not this, right? Obviously, 151 is not a booster box set, but just the UPCs in general. But there's no reason, we don't need to look at the chart or anything. I just wanted to use the UPC as an example. And then we have stuff like this, the Prismatic Evolutions, Lucario, and Tyranitar Premium. No one's holding these long term, right? They just take up too much space for that many packs. The EX cards are trash. To me, personally, this is a complete money grab trash product. It has the worst promos. I don't know if the EX cards have stamps, but for $100, I mean, they have been going down, so I mean, that's positive. I mean, what do they start off at? I mean, this chart is so new, so you can't even see it, but let's see what they were selling at. 120. It's just, no one, like, if you're buying these and you can get them close to market, I mean, they're great. They're great to break down and to get the packs for the price, right? But for the whole thing on resale, I would stay far away. But this is the new. This is your reprint. This potentially could be your ETB reprint for Prismatic Evolutions, and then what's out there is it's going to be more scarce, just a little bit more, but there is so much of that stuff out there. And we have stuff like this, right? More collection boxes that are terrible. Venusaur EX, Blastoise EX Premium Collection. Now, guys, I think this is almost retail. I think retail is like $65 or $60, right? So it's like $10 over resale or over MSRP. But these are just for the kids to play with, I believe. Like I let me know if you're a player of the game of the TCG. How playable is Blastoise EX and Venusaur EX? I remember watching a Poke Beach podcast episode, and I remember them saying that these cards weren't really playable. So if that's the case, this is how Pokemon's maybe could be a huge conspiracy theory. But maybe this is the way to fight against scalping, right? They're talking to themselves saying like, this is the only way that we're gonna slow this market down. We're gonna give them really crappy EX cards, and they're gonna have to just break down the packs. They're big. It makes resellers like double glance at the box, saying like, hey, do I really want to put 10 of these in my cart at 70, 80 bucks? Is the profit there? Or I can just, you know, grab packs or grab booster boxes at whatever price, or ETBs of prismatic or popular sets like that. It's just very interesting. I love to throw questions at you guys to go back and forth to see where your guys' head is at with as far as these collection boxes. Are these a buy? Are these a sell? Are these a pass? Let me know. Comment section down below. And then we got these Victini boxes, right? So why I have this Victini box on today's list, not only because the PSA 10 price is going absolutely nuclear, another market manipulation type scenario, but there's always they always give us at least one or two, sometimes three really good collection boxes like this, right? Where I could see collectors and scalpers and investors and graders open these to try to get the max value out of these boxes. Like, these are great. These are absolutely a home run, and it sucks because I missed out on these at Walmart and Dick's Sporting Goods. But I mean, they're pretty much gone. I mean, 40 bucks. But man, I think a lot of these are gonna get bought out if in the next like week, and I should maybe grab one now before, I don't know. It's really iffy. Maybe I find one online for cheaper. Next, we have another Mask of Ogerpon premium collection cards and products. Now, again, another 2 EX cards, probably not that playable. Very mid box, and it's just, I don't see how people are gonna want this like long term. The packs are like whatever, but like I asked people on Twitter, and on X, I was like, where's the Twilight Masquerade reprints? Where's the Paradox Rift reprints? Where's what else is in here? I forget what other set is in this. Not Surging Sparks. Where's the reprints for those sets? And everyone's like, this collection box right here. And you gotta remember, if they print like, you know, 500,000 to 1 million of these, they probably print more than 1 million of these like style collection boxes. Not this in particular, but style of collection box. Maybe they print close to 1 million of these. I mean, they're doing damage. That's a lot of booster packs out there in wild in just a different way. Just the overall consensus on to one side, right? Like, this is why I'm like a middle ground investor, collector, whatever you want to call me. I think that we must stay open-minded to whatever happens in the next 6 to 12 months, right? We have to accept our fate if, you know, in 6 to 8 months we don't see a Destined Rivals booster box reprint. Then we have to start to think like, okay, maybe this is it. Maybe it's time to grab some now, but then at that point they might be at $500, $600. There's just people that have been here in the hobby way longer than I have. There's a lot of people way more connected than I am, and I watch their videos each and every day. And the way that they say that there is no reprint, no talks or rumors about reprints, like, people just think that these reprints are just gonna come like a thief in the night. And I'm nothing's further from the case in my personal opinion. I think that we're gonna see these reprints. We're gonna hear these reprints. I mean, now with Pokemon, you could hear any rumors, like any rumor that gets dropped, it just spreads like wildfire. So it's concerning, but I'm happy with the stuff that I have. I just picked up a Surging Sparks booster box. Shout out to my boy Team Rocket Joey, hooked me up with an insane deal. I have one from my collection, and then I picked up a Journey Together booster box from another gentleman, non-enhanced, for $210. And he has tons of them, and he was like, hit me up if you need any more. So I might just start going back to him for some Journey and stack until I have at least 6 to 10. And that's my goal for Destin as well, to have at least 6 to 10 booster boxes. And 6 to 10 booster boxes is very doable when they're around the $200 mark a week, as well as maybe stack prismatic or so on top of that. But it's been fun. It's been fun finding deals and me just wanting to feel a little bit of safety as far as as far as these boxes go, and just the status of the reprints. Like we're already moving on. That's the thing. It's like the people think that we just have all this time. It's like Pokemon, they are printing already the next 4 sets. Like it is already go time over there. And yeah, I understand these facilities are so big. Like they're probably printing prismatic ETBs, they're probably printing more Destin, but who knows how it's gonna come. And I think the main culprit is these bad boys right here. Going back to the chart, but Paldean Fates booster bundles, guys. It's like this is the case, right? For 10 of these, like just 10 booster bundles, like for 1,500, damn near. Yeah, just 1,300. Like what the heck? I never thought that we would see booster bundles cases go for this. I wouldn't even pay this. I wouldn't even pay $641 for this case, booster bundle case. It just that's the silliness we're in right now in the Pokemon market. Just absolutely, just a lot of foolery. Then we have stuff like this, the Destin Rivals case going for 14. Like why? Just buy booster boxes. Oh, this one's 25. The other one was just 10. That was even worse. The last deal we just looked at was even worse. This was 25. Still bad. Still really bad, but just go buy the booster boxes. But I have just got rid of all of the stuff. Just the extra stuff, the ETBs I don't really care about from sets, the Silver Tempest boxes, my Lost Origin ETBs, like Master Radiance ETBs, like I don't care about any of those Pokemon. Giratina is cool, but I have Lost Origin, the booster box, and I have I have Lost Abyss in Japanese for me to look at, but for my collection, I feel it's good just having a clear collection and a clear goal. And speaking of Lost Origin, I didn't even see what was up on the screen, but Lost Origin booster bundle, right here, 25 of them for almost over $4,000. Like that's crazy, dog. Unopened last 3-pack blister. Why is that there? Like, well, this is annoying. But yeah, I mean, they're going. I mean, this is probably not the right price. You probably find a cheaper price on eBay, but this is the realm. I know that you guys like grill me all the time. You're like, that's not the price. I'm like, dude, it's fine. You can just go look it up on eBay. I just want the photo, so I don't have to screen grab every single one. This is the Glory Child 151 booster bundles. Man, $100. I was popping these things like Tic Tacs, and I was meeting up with people on Facebook Marketplace offer up for these for like MSRP and under for so long. So it's just crazy to see. And it's a cool little product, right? Maybe if you want to put this in an acrylic case, do your thing, but $100. I'm cool. I'd much rather just get more of the Japanese booster boxes. And then we have Prismatic right here, around the $55 mark. I mean, that's where we're at here, guys. $50, almost $60 for this Prismatic booster bundle. And hell, like if they print these things into the ground, cool. Like let's just continue to print these things, these bundles just into the ground, like actually into the ground. Like right now we're like smelling it. We're like making we're like a plane, right? And we're just making like radio in, like, hey, we're about the Prismatic Evolutions. Airlines is coming into the bay. It might clear to land, we're doing that stuff. We're not like on the ground. Like we still have some time. I think once again 6 to 8 month mark comes for Prismatic Evolutions from now, and we're still floating around this, then I'm like, oh, it's not good. It's supply or demand, right? And that's the thing with Pokemon is that they stay so mysterious. It's so up in the air for the printing numbers, and a lot of people, you guys have been telling me in the comments that you think that they're doing a good job as far as like keeping Pokemon in our attention. So interesting, very interesting takes. Then we have the Mega Evolution Booster Bundle case. Again, another 25 of them, 1,400. Like, just so dumb. Just so dumb. Black Bolt Booster Bundles. I've been grabbing. I showed you guys. I grabbed just 2 of these I got a few of these from Dick's Sporting Goods. These are cool, and they're just going for right back there for my collection. Like nothing crazy. Probably just gonna add to my position on those as well. I just like the way they look. I would like to stack a lot of these and open them, like I said, in 5-10 years. I think it would be super fun. But in 10 years, hopefully we get another in 10 years, maybe get another Gen 5 set. But this set is amazing. So I think it's going to be one of the biggest sleeper hits of the Scarlet Violet era. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Gen 5 fan, Homer. But I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna collect as much of this as I can, both English, Japanese, all that stuff. It's just such an amazing set. So that is going to be the video, everybody. Thanks for checking this one out with me. Hope it can maybe persuade you guys to think about the future a little bit more. Think about your collections, at least. I know that a lot of us don't have crazy amount of money to be dropping on cases, and a lot of these YouTubers, man, like, I'm not gonna name any names, but I'll just say what he said. He said, he's like, yeah, I'm feeling regret because I have such a small position in Destined Rivals. I was only able to pick up 9 cases of Destined Rivals booster boxes. I was telling, me and Team Rocket Joey, we went golfing the other day, and we were talking about that. We're like, dude, these people have like lost it, like completely lost their senses of reality. Like 9 cases is a small position. It's just, we have such a wage gap in the Pokemon space. There's people that are making crazy bread, and there's people that are just like barely scraping by and like have to get stuff at MSRP. And I'm more on this side. I'm not anywhere near that side. But enough ranting. Thanks guys again for checking this one out. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Peace out.